Hey Sugar Geeks, Liz here. Today we are going to be making angel food cake, the lightest and fluffiest and most angelic of all the cakes. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so to make our angel food cake, the first thing we want to do is sift our flour and our sugar and our cornstarch. Normally I wouldn't sift, but this is one of those cakes that you absolutely have to sift. We need to make that flour as light and airy as possible so that it can mix into the meringue very easily without deflating it. So you can see all of these little hard lumps in here. I'm gonna press those through, and then I'm gonna sift it a second time. Some recipes actually have you sift 3 or 4 times, but I'm not quite that patient, so I'm gonna go with 2. There is no baking powder in this recipe. There's no rising ingredients at all. The only thing that gives this its lift is the egg whites. So we're gonna whip these up until they're light and fluffy, and all the air that we whip into this is what's gonna give the angel food cake its lift. So it's really important that we keep this flour nice and light. The cornstarch is just gonna be another ingredient to keep this cake super light and fluffy and not too dense or eggy. There's also no oil, there's no butter, nothing like that. So it's gonna be a little bit drier. All right, we're gonna put this into our metal bowl with the whisk attachments. Make sure there's no grease in here whatsoever, super clean. You can even wipe it out with a little white vinegar to just be extra sure. And we're gonna mix this to soft but moist peaks. These are fresh egg whites, but you can use pasteurized egg whites if you also use cream of tartar. Cream of tartar is basically citrus, and it adds some stabilization to the egg whites and just makes it so that they don't collapse. Once your egg whites look nice and foamy, you can go ahead and start sprinkling in the sugar while you're mixing on medium speed. We're shooting for soft peaks, so this is still just a little bit watery, not quite there. It's okay to over mix your egg whites if they're like a little bit firmer, but just keep in mind that's gonna cause your cake to shrink. So we're shooting for soft but firm peaks so that it doesn't shrink. I'm gonna go ahead and bump the speed up to medium high. I see things happening. So you can see our egg whites are getting nice and glossy and pretty, but they're still pretty soft. So we're not quite there yet. Okay, we're starting to see some lines developing in the top. So this is looking good to me. We have nice soft peaks, but you see it's still holding its shape in the bowl. It's not just kind of like oozing, but the peaks are still falling over. I went ahead and transferred my meringue to a large glass bowl so that I can easily sift in the flour and fold. All right, so I'm just gonna use my tiny little sifter here, and I'm just gonna sift that in, little bits at a time. And we're gonna fold. And the way that we fold is you take your spatula and you come underneath and you fold it on top. You can lift your spatula up through the center. We're never smashing or mixing vigorously though. And as soon as you can't really see much flour, you can add some more in. Look how white and beautiful that is. Light and fluffy and gorgeous. You can see I'm sifting all over the surface, trying not to make a big pile of flour right in the middle. I'm just doing basically one sweep around the bowl and kind of coming up to the center and then folding it over. I just sort of keep repeating that same process. So you're never really smashing the meringue down. Angel food cake is classified as a type of foam cake, being made from egg foam. It's been around since the 1800s. Nobody really knows where it first started from, but it's supposedly started from Pennsylvania. It's very popular dessert cake to go with things like ice cream or fruits, sauces, because I don't want anybody to be surprised when they're like, this doesn't taste like anything. It's like, yeah, no, it doesn't. One thing angel food cake is known for is that it's classified as a healthy cake because it doesn't have any fat in it. It still has sugar, but not a ton of sugar. And it's very light and airy, so you can eat a fairly large piece without that many calories. All right, let's talk pans. This is an angel food cake pan, also known as a tube pan, because of said tube in the middle. The tube is there to help take the heat that would normally just be on the outside and the bottom and bring it up through the center so that it bakes evenly. Otherwise it would take hours for this to bake, and then it wouldn't be so very angelic. It would be kind of like dark and crusty, which is not what we want. Thing to note, this pan should always be ungreased. No grease, no pan release, no butter, no oil, no parchment paper, nothing, because we want the actual batter to stick to the edges of the pan, and that is what keeps it from collapsing in on itself. So say it with me: no grease, no pan release, nothing. You can get this pan on Amazon or any place that sells any types of cake pans. If you're lucky, you might find an old-fashioned cake pan that have the nice little feet on the side that holds the cake up for when you flip it over. Some of them have removable bottoms. I'm just pouring this into the pan, trying to avoid any big gaps of air. Spreading it out evenly. Oh, be sure to drop the handle end of your spatula in there. Oh man, I got up on the edge too. That's what I was trying not to happen. All right, so once our batter is in there, you want to take a knife and we're gonna go like this through the batter to not only smooth it out, but to make sure that there's no air pockets left in there. And it also smooths everything out. All right, we're gonna go ahead and bake that angel food cake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 35 to 40 minutes, or until the top is nice and golden brown and springs back when you touch it. Avoid opening the oven for at least 35 minutes to prevent the cake from falling. All right, so when your angel food cake is nice and golden brown on top, we're gonna go ahead and take it out of the oven, and we're going to immediately flip it over and put it onto a cooling rack. It's really important that we cool angel food cake upside down to keep it from collapsing in on itself. Once the cake has completely cooled, you can remove it by just using a sharp knife or a butter knife or something to just kind of wedge between the edge of the cake and the cake pan, and it should slide right out. Most angel food cake pans, the center tube is slightly taller than the outer edge, so it's kind of like having feet, but not quite as cool looking. So I've got a couple of cups of fresh strawberries here, and I'm just going to take the little tops off, and I'm going to cut these into quarters, or you could slice them if you want. It's really up to you. Look how beautiful and red and delicious those are, because they are fresh from the field and not from the grocery store. You can always see the difference inside the berries. So I'm going to slice all these up and then combine them with just a little bit of sugar and lemon juice just to give it some little zesty bite. And that sugar is going to turn the juice from the strawberries into its own syrup, which is going to soak into that delicious angel food cake and taste amazing. And this is called macerating. It's just a really easy way to make a delicious dessert. Because we're not cooking the berries, it's going to keep that very fresh, ripe strawberry flavor. Because every time you cook berries, it kind of dulls down the flavor a little bit. We're going to let this sit for 30 to 40 minutes. Then I'm going to sprinkle a couple tablespoons of sifted powdered sugar on top. That just helps keep it moist, adds a little sweetness. It looks really pretty. And then optional, you can add some whipped cream and fresh strawberries. So there you have it, guys. The most lightest, fluffiest, angelic cake you've ever seen. I am super excited to dive into this. All those beautiful berries, the syrup soaking into the cake. I mean, who doesn't love that? Look how soft and juicy that is. It looks so good. Sorry, my mouth is watering. All right, here goes. Oh my God. It's very soft, super, super soft, and it's just completely absorbed all of that juice from those super fresh berries. Absolutely amazing. Tastes like summer. Oh, one more bite. If you liked this video, please check out my strawberry macaron video or my fresh strawberry cake. I'm Liz Merrick, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. You're coming with me.